Okay, everyone cool? Everyone sort of loose enough to do some bits? Okay. Paul. So we are going to continue with pin escaping, or well, we're going to kind of move more into some attacks as well with this. What we're going to do to start with though is we're not going to look at the attacks just yet. We're just going to still try and focus on trying to stay on top of the person, but we're going to change the position slightly. Okay, so we're going to stay in our mounted position, but we're going to change the mount position slightly. We're going to use what we call an S mount. So my knee is going to come high to one shoulder, and my foot is coming around to the other shoulder, and I'm sitting here on their tummy. Okay, so we're going to start in this position. Okay, the goal for me on top is just to try and hold this position as best I can. Try and stay on top as best I can. Goal for the person on the bottom is to try and get out. And we go back to our 3 objectives. Yeah, reverse, get the legs back in front, or scramble to your feet. Okay, cool. So very simple just to start with. We're going to do 5 minutes. Keep flip flopping. 5 minutes and keep flip flopping. Just to get us a little bit warmer, a little bit more looser, and then we can start working some other bits. Okay, cool. Give it a go. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Yeah. How did you find that? How did you find that, Jordan? And Paul?
I don't know, I just feel like really off balance when I'm setting up. I don't know, my legs here, I don't know.
Which side did you feel off balance? Because we felt the same thing. Both.
I guess more to that side.
Did you?
Feel like I can use.
Did you fall over that way?
I think we're both finding we're not flexible enough to get that
knee down flat.
The other person's just getting an arm under.
Yeah. So yeah. I was finding that. We're gonna explore. I want to explore this more with a more attacking mentality, rather than a controlling mentality. Whereas before we've been focusing on just staying on top of the person. Really, I kind of wanted to do this to try and get you guys to get a feel for that position or getting into that position. Yeah. And then sort of feel where I'm off balance, where my weight is, how I'm sort of feeling to move side to side, yeah? We found, which was quite interesting, is that we felt off balance with the knee that was down. So the knee up, when I was sitting here, I didn't really mind this, because even if he rolled me, I could still put my knee in and bounce back. But this side, I felt that this leg, I couldn't move it very well. So if I controlled, and it was the same with Tom, when he controlled my arm, if he just bridged me over the foot, I ended up being rolled off. So I don't know. I think I felt more off balance on the other side, but each their own. I think if you feel off balance the other way, then that's the other thing. But you're right. People just lift the leg over the head, and I was doing the same, right? Lifting the leg over the head. But what we're going to look at now, we're going to move this more into, like I say, an attacking mindset. So we're going to look at this in two phases. We're going to look at arm locks, and we're going to look at strangulation or chokes. Okay. The idea is that we're going to set these positions up. I'm not trying to finish them, just trying to set them up. Yeah. Okay. We'll start with arm locks because we can use that a little bit, and then we're going to do that. Then we'll move this into chokes, and we'll sort of look at the different positions. Yeah. So. We're all pretty familiar-ish. We've got like arm bars, kimuras, omoplata, where I've got the leg around. Okay, an omoplata position is when I have you on your knees, my leg here in this position. Yeah. So he's on his knees, I'm on my back, and I have my leg around here. This would be an omoplata position. Okay. So what I want you guys to do with people on top is, okay, let's look at this. Person on the bottom, all you're going to try and do is off balance the person on top. You're not trying to escape just yet, okay? So off you go. So person on the bottom, you're not trying to escape just yet. We'll build up to that, but you are just trying to off balance and unstabilize the person on top. Yeah. Person on top, I want you to try and either achieve an arm bar, a kimura grip. Yeah. Even if this means dismounting, that's fine as long as you've got the kimura grip when you dismount, or the omoplata position. Okay. So you're just looking at attacking the arms. So you're just trying to get an arm lock, a shoulder lock. Yeah. To simplify it even more, an arm lock or a shoulder lock. Okay. Person on the bottom, like I say, just off balancing, and then we'll play with when the person escapes and see what we can get from there. Yeah. Does that all make sense? Everyone cool with that? Yeah. Okay. Go with people closest to your weight. Yeah, because you're gonna have someone on your chest quite a bit. You don't want a big heavy person doing anything. So, like what we were saying, yeah, you can. We were just discussing, like you can come off with the grip as long as you've got the grip there, right? So you were saying, how would you get a shoulder lock or an omoplata? Okay, well let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break the omoplata down. Okay, Jordan. Let's break down. So we have an omoplata, yeah? An omoplata, what do we need for an omoplata to happen? Where do we need the hand?
Where's your hand?
Yeah, your hand, if I'm going to do it to you, to your hip.
It's my hip, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so if we know we need to have the hand to the hip, yeah? If we start in any position, if you've got your hand to your hip, I think to myself, okay, there's an opportunity for an omoplata. Yeah, there's an opportunity. Okay? So if I'm here in an S-mount position, if I'm thinking I've got this leg up, got my leg up, okay, and if I can somehow work my way to get here,
Yeah.
how do you think I can get an omoplata?
Kicking that leg over here.
You got it. So if I come over here, now I have an omoplata.
So you just got to sit back.
Yeah, you
Slide
pull
back off.
Slide it back off to come in here. I can't, for the premise of an omoplata, I can't finish that on top. Well, I can, but it's a different thing, okay? But for the premise of an omoplata in general, we need to be off to one side, don't we? So we showed the position, we need to be off one side. But I've set this up, I've got this from that mount position, yeah? So it's the same thing what I was saying with you, Tom. Yeah, we were here. If I'm here, I can, look, come off to one side. Now I have a Kimura grip. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Still the same thing. So now, well, we were just saying, if a hand's by my hip, I have a shoulder lock.
Yeah.
And if the hand is also up by the head, I also have a shoulder lock.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So now if I'm thinking that in my mind, I've got shoulder locks if the hands are by my hip. Now I can start thinking I'm going to put a hand to my hip. So that becomes a fight, right? The fight becomes now I'm going to get a hand to my hip. Because I know if I've got a hand to a hip, I can shoulder lock him. Yeah? That makes sense? So that's cool. Yes, yeah. So what I liked it, I mean, it's not the only way, yeah, okay, to do things, but it's just an option. But it all comes down to the same principle. If I can get an arm here, if I can get an arm to the hip, yeah, that we talk about, I mean, people talk about invariance and stuff like that. For a shoulder lock to happen, we need to have a rotating motion to the shoulder, yes? The shoulder needs to rotate. In order to do that, I have to bend the arm at a 90-degree angle to shoulder lock, okay? So if I can place at the shoulder in a 90-degree angle here, I can now attack the shoulder, yeah? I can now attack a shoulder lock. All I need to do is add a rotating motion, yeah? So look, okay? All I need to do is add a rotating motion. So if I now sit back off to the side, I now have a rotating motion here. I can start to finish. If I've got that to here, even if I don't pull, look. I can still rotate. As long as I got that 90-degree angle and I can create a rotating motion, I've got space to rotate, I have a shoulder lock. Yeah? Good?
Yeah, I'm just trying, yeah, I was turning it straight from sideways, yeah.
So,
there's more tension on it.
So look, what do you, so if you know now I need a 90-degree angle in my arm, what can you do? Straighten your arm.
Yeah.
So it alleviates the pressure.
Yeah, straight away. That's what I was
Okay.
doing. I was just twisting it then straight, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's turned, you
Yeah.
can feel there's a lot more.
As soon as that
tension
90-degree
on it.
comes. Yeah? So now we're working out, right? Now we're working out how we've got the cogs are going. We're like, okay, I need a 90-degree. If he needs that, I take away that. Okay? So if we take that sort of thought pattern into things of like, well, what do they need to make this work? So we played a game. Someone keeps getting something on us. You finish the game, you talk about it. Yeah, okay, well, what are you doing? You're doing this, this, that, and the other. Okay. You start trying to break down what is it you need to complete X, Y, and Z. Okay. If I can find a way to stop you from doing X, Y, and Z, I should, in theory, be able to stop that movement. Okay, cool. So now I can then go, right, next round, or we go again. Now I know I'm going to try something to stop X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Again, this is, like I say, this is all, it's going to take time. It's not, this isn't like overnight. But the way we're doing this, the idea is that we can explore and change and play with different things, yeah? But yeah, so that's kind of what I like to do with attacking the omoplata from the mount.
Yeah.
But as long as I can get the arm there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Let's start. Let's now move on to trying to disengage from that position a little bit. Okay, so we're going to try and disengage from that position a bit. For the person on the bottom, person on top, you can now attack the arms like we just did. So you can come off into any sort of arm lock, shoulder lock, yeah, or you can attack the neck. Okay, so you can wrap anything around the neck. Yeah, that can be arms around the neck, or it can be a leg and arm around the neck. You know what I mean? So you could have go into a triangle position. So if you come back off here, you can like wrap here. So you can get a triangle snag position as well. See what happens, yeah? Okay, does that make sense? So we're adding another dynamic into it now. So we're adding that the person on the bottom is gonna try and disengage from the position. The person on top is gonna try and either gain a choking position where you've got pressure around the neck, a strangling position, or another arm lock, if possible. Yeah, let's see what comes out. Okay, good. Grab a new partner. 1, 2, 3. hard work. Yeah, it's hard. It can be hard. Well, I mean, this is the thing: is you don't have to finish on top of the person, do you?
No, but I mean, it's like the setup's different legs. You just feel a little bit off balance.
Okay. Okay. But then, yeah. I mean, that's absolutely. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. When you're feeling off balance, then is that off balance trying to control arms?
Yeah, because I'm probably thinking like, so I just want to go to an arm bar, really. So I want to go.
Oh, you're trying to get an arm up high and
Yeah,
go from there.
Like choking him, trying to.
I was trying to
pressure
choke
on
him.
the neck.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard enough to make him think.
But he just wasn't biting.
He literally, wasn't. And I thought maybe you could go from there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it's all good. Just keep trying all these different things to try. You've got something in mind that you want to try and achieve. There's no reason why you can't just keep trying different stuff to be able to achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Did anyone manage to get to a triangle position or snag a triangle at all? Did you snag a triangle? You don't really need to finish. Yeah, I'm not really fussed about finishing this just yet. I just want to know that you can snag. Joe got to snag a triangle. Give me a list of the events that happened before snagging a triangle. Everyone's like, I don't remember snagging a triangle.
I think how I tend to snag them from that position
Yeah.
is try and bait their arm to go under my leg,
And
and then I can.
then you can come over to snag.
Yeah.
What would that look like? What would that setup look like?
Yeah, we'll go through it. Yeah, but 1 second. Yeah, we'll do.
So I was going for Taurus, so I had it on the left side, and he rolled me.
And he rolled.
His arm came through.
And so you ended up with one arm in, one arm out.
Yeah.
So both times we can look at this in more detail, but both times you ended up with one arm in, one arm out, right? So one arm in, one arm out from just a setting up from there. One in, one out from where you've attacked one thing and you've set up another. Perfect. It's all good. Okay. Yes, this is what you're saying. This is interesting. Okay, Joe, how did you do it? Let me pop this off. I'll put it to one side. Okay. So you ended up in this position here. You're in here. Okay, cool. So you were trying to snag which side?
Then I think I'd shove that up, and then, or was it the other way? Hang on, got that one. Yeah.
Roll you over and you're okay. So this is kind of what I was thinking. So you guys were talking about this a minute ago, right? You're like, I'll just throw that leg over. But what affordance did that give us? Potentially a triangle, right? So if we come back here, you've gone in with the S mount, so you've gone to your S mount position, yeah. And I picked him up to try and throw this over. And I'll just roll this way. Snap it. So sometimes it might not be the best option to try and do that. But it's not to say that you can't do it, because you still might be able to find. I think it's just sometimes you have to understand the risks, right? Like with anything. There's a risk with everything, so you've got to try. It's just because I've been on a course today about asbestos, and all they were talking about was risks, all right? So same thing, right? But there's loads of risks with everything we do. So I've tried to come under with one arm, and there's a risk there. Not to say that it's not necessarily, it won't work. It might work, but there's a risk, yeah? So that's just one way of setting up the triangle. But again, we go back again. With that, with the shoulder lock, I had to create a rotating motion from an arm that was bent. With a triangle, one of the key invariants of a triangle, I say key invariants, or I don't even know if I want to use the word invariant, I don't know. But one of the key principles is I need to have one arm in and one arm out. So if there is any way I can get one arm in between my legs and one arm outside of the legs, there's a possible triangle. So we can play with that. Okay, so we're going to go again. This time, we're going to open it up a little bit more, okay? Person on the bottom, same 3 principles that we originally went with. Get the legs back, get the, roll them over, reverse the position, but you have to be in a quote unquote safe position, okay? So you can't roll them over and go, you end up in a triangle where you go, well, I did roll you over. No. Okay, I want you to roll them over in almost a disengaged, safe position, okay? Or stand up, yeah? Okay, person on top, this time you can you can start to try and attack the position. So you can attack shoulder locks, you can attack chokes, strangulation, you can attack arm locks, yeah? However way you want to attack, you can attack them. Stay away from the legs just for now, okay? Everyone cool? Good. Let's stay with that. 1, 2, 3. Closer, coming closer. These guys aren't listening to me.
Just struggling to get the right position to.
Well, the actual S mount in the first place?
Yeah, I think from the top and from the bottom I'm struggling.
Okay, all right.
If I'm from the top, I can't finish it.
Yeah,
And if I'm on the bottom, the only way I feel like I can get out is to
turn and push.
push Joe's.
Lower.
Yeah, but then I give up my arms.
Okay, all right.
So I'm here,
Yeah,
protecting my neck.
yeah. Not being able to
Not
turn.
able to escape.
Yeah,
Or I'm trying to escape, and then I'm giving
Yeah.
you my arms. Yeah.
okay.
But I
See-
think that's just practicing. Isn't
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
just
I-
again,
Yeah.
the more time we spend in the position, you can do it. This is the thing is I wanted to. This is the thing I want to be able to roll with people, but also I find it's really beneficial for me to walk around and watch everyone.
Yes,
So it's really
yeah.
difficult to find the balance, yeah. Because what I noticed in the last couple of times where we've done this, where it's been even numbers and I can walk around, I can give cues and I can say, yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. But when I'm rolling or making up the numbers, I can't. However, what I lose from being able to give cues, I gain from giving tactic feedback. So from getting that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because you can watch back. You can watch back and go, why didn't?
I know. I was doing that. But
Yeah, yeah.
what am I doing?
I do the same. I'm watching myself going, oh Jesus, what is that? But this is why it's good because I think it's great that you can watch it and go, oh yeah, we can look at this.
Yeah.
I will when I'm editing them, I'm looking at and watching myself.
Right.
I can zoom in and you can it's the same with that though. I suppose if you get it on widescreen, you can zoom it in and watch yourself. You can pick yourself. I guess that's the benefit of having a smaller map. I don't know. If it works out well, then I'll look at investing, getting a couple of different cameras and setting them up around. But it all depends on. It's working quite nicely.
And the one that I was in was quite busy.
Yeah.
Still, you could see.
You can still pick, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Cool.